Good morning, everyone. It is super early here. I've got all my lights on, so I hope it's bright enough. I don't have any daylight light coming through my window right now, so I apologize for the shadows, but I wanted to get an early jump this morning and do a quick video for you guys. I've got some things laid out here. As you guys know, I am doing my new journal. I have been doing some live videos with this on Facebook. So if you guys don't know my page on Facebook, I'll leave the link down below. Please be sure to go and check that out. I do regular lives over there with planning and journal making and things like that. I'm not able to go live on YouTube right now. I can't figure out how to do the app, and two, I don't have 1,000 subscribers. So I am trying to gear up and build up my subscriber base here on YouTube. And so if you guys like these videos, be sure to give a thumbs up. And if you don't like it, then give it a thumbs down, because it's not for everybody, and I understand that, and no hard feelings. Leave a comment, hit that subscribe button and that little bell icon to be notified for future videos. So my name is Dora, and welcome into Creative Projects and Plans. Now, I used to be the Fluid Crafter for anybody who was subscribed to me and now sees the name change and maybe wonder who I am. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I am going to just be doing a couple of backgrounds, and I am using the mixed media paper because I am also going to be using this as some creative art as well. But the very beginning of it, I just wanted to make into an area that I could add pictures and things like that to, or little thoughts. And then, so now we are in fall, so I wanted to add a few pages that are fall based. And so the first couple that I've picked out are this pink, or well, it's like a peachish color. And I've got some grays, and then I've also got some reds and oranges, which I think are so amazing. And so I'm going to use these as the backgrounds for the first couple of pages, and they already fit perfectly in here. For the most part, I won't have to cut too much of it off. And so that's what I'm going to do right now, is I'm just going to line this up where I want it, measure it, and then I'm just going to use my cutter and snip that off. Let me grab a pen really quick. I'll just use my gel pen. I hope everyone is having a wonderful, blessed morning. I have my washer going right now, so I apologize if you hear that in the background. I spilt coffee all over my table, and then I had to clean it up and take my other tablecloth off of here. I put one down to protect my dream box, and because I do paint a lot and do all those things, so I do try to keep something down to at least catch most of what I spill or anything. And well, that happened this morning, so in hindsight, I'm very glad that I had it down. And now I have to wash it all. So I'm going to grab my tape. And I am just using double-sided tape to tape these down. So I'm going to do that really fast. Okay. So now I'm going to put the back onto the page. And I'm going to line it up with the back side over here, so I know I'm not over the holes. Just like so. And I have a score tool, but I spilled coffee all over it. So it's sitting over there. I dried it off and washed it off, but it's sitting over there and I can't quite reach it right at the moment. Alrighty, so there is the background for this section. And so now I just want to add a couple of journaling areas. and I have tons of Project Life cards that I need to be using up, and so I figured I would, you know what, need to use them, so might as well, right? I may put a pocket or something like that. Love the orange. You got to find something that's going to look good. See, I could put that in there, which is notes. I don't think it'll fit into that pocket though. I could do a tip-in, or that one's really cool too. Or I could even cut these down a little bit. Now that one is green. I love these that came in the Project Life cards. All right, so I'm gonna look through these and I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Okay, so I think I'm gonna use these. I'm gonna use these too. And I don't think that they're going to fit inside of here. I think this is going to be too small. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just make our own. And how do we do that? Very easily. And so I'm actually going to take this and make a pocket out of this. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on here. It's not going to be straight, but I'm going to leave an edge around the sides. I'm going to mark that to have that cut. And I'm using the Fiskars rotary cutter. It is so amazing. Okay, so now I want this to stick up a little bit, but a little bit above the top here, because you got to remember I'm going to be folding this in half, right, to create the pocket. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just mark right here on the top. So if you guys don't have dies to use to make one, I'm going to show you a really easy way to do it. Okay, and then that is going to be the crease where the bottom will sit. And then this will be the top. Okay. It won't be as big as it is right now, I promise. I'm gonna just snip that off. And so now we have this beginning stages of the pocket. And next, if you guys are beginner crafters or beginner makers or anything like that, one thing I do recommend that you spend the money on is a scoreboard. The scoreboard will literally save you from so much pain. Okay, so this is a scoreboard, and I use these. Now these here are from McGill. This one here is actually for clay, and I use it to score. I use the small section right here to go between the lines and score. So that is what I'm going to do. And so for this one here first is I'm going to line up the best I can where I marked, which is here. And that is going to be about 4 1/4. I'm going to score that down. Okay. And so what that does is it creates a score line for me to fold up. Okay. And you could do it either way, but I go this way. Okay. Now, if you go against the grain, it may crack. So you can see how it's cracking right here a little bit. Okay. And that's because I went against the grain. So now I want to just leave on the side here. I want to just score a 1/4 inch. Let me see. Are these smaller? No. Okay. A 1/4 inch. And I'm just going to score that all the way down. maybe. There we go. And then the same thing on this side. So this one here is at the quarter, so I'm going to go into 4 and then score down. And so that's going to leave me the scoring. And then to make it easy on yourself, so you don't have too bulky flaps, is you want to cut these at an angle to pull them off so the overlapping isn't as much. Okay, and so I'm just going to go at an angle this side and at an angle this side, and not a big huge one, just a little small one. And it helps it to fold in a lot better that way. And so now I'm just going to crease and push over. Normally I would use my score tool for this, but as I said, I spilled coffee on it and it's over there. And so I'm just going to use my fingers. And this is good too, because if you guys don't have all those tools, this is a good way to see how you can do it without all of those tools. Most scoreboards come with a score tool. So, all right. And so there are your sides. And so then when you fold it up and you glue it together, it creates this pocket. Okay. So you can actually have it this way, which I think I am going to kind of cut this side down just to, create, or maybe even at an angle or something, I'm not sure. But I'm going to cut this part of it down a little bit. So I can see the cards inside. So let's see how that works. Like I said, you can always do test runs. There we go. See, now I can see the cards. And I'll put little toppers on them and things like that as well. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clip that. And then on this side here, I'm going to do the same. Like that. And then I'm just going to cut these off. And then that gives that top base. Now you can always put something in the background or washi or something to cover that up. Okay, and so that is the scoring. Really simple, really easy to do. So I'm gonna put this to the side and pray I don't knock my coffee over again. All right, and so like I said, I'm just going to do this with my fingers. Okay, like that. And actually, I think I am going to cut this off at an angle, make it look a little bit like a tag. Yeah, I think that looks better. Gets rid of some more of that bulk on there. And so now we have just a little curvature. And do I mind if it's not straight? Absolutely not. That doesn't bother me. You can probably hear my washer over there. There's towels in there. So I am just using art glitter glue, and I'm just going to go on one side, not both, just one. You don't want too much, because if it runs over, you'll end up gluing your actual pocket together, and you don't want to do that. And so you just want to bring them up and then hold it down for just a minute. It only takes a minute for art glitter glue to connect and to bond. But I am going to try to rub these sides down and get a little flatter. Okay, there we go. And now we have created a pocket. And then you could put your little cards inside this little pocket for journaling or what have you. Super duper easy. Okay, and then we're going to add this pocket onto our page down here. And I like using the lines in the plaid and the grid because it helps me to line it up a little straighter. We're going to add this one down here. Now the top I'm just going to leave blank for right now because I will probably add something up there to write on, or a picture or something along those lines. And so this here, I'm just going to tape this down. Okay, some people add glue to theirs. I do not. I have found that with Score Pile, it does not come back up off the page. At least not for me. Now if you're going to be doing a bunch of painting and things like that on there, I would probably glue it down. And then I just take the back and then I just rub it down. I'm gonna actually crease that. Get it to where it sticks really good. Okay, and then now we have a pocket. Super cool. I gotta sneeze. Oh, I apologize for that. Okay, so there is our little pocket for that one. Woohoo! I may even add some stamps to it or something like that. And I may even add a little dip here. I'm not sure. And it's big enough I can get my little itty bitty circle punch in there, so that's nice. Okay, so we're going to turn the page. And you can see how this has the perforated edges. Well, I'm actually going over top of those edges so that way it doesn't pull out, right? Okay, and so for my next background, I am going to be using this one here. And so I'm just going to do the same. I'm just going to measure out, leaving a little border. Alrighty. So again, I'm just going to put tape on the back, and then I'm going to lay it down, and then I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Now we're going to put the background onto the page. Let me turn it this way so I can get it lined up right. Let's see, that's the top. Okay, right. I got to make sure here. Yep. Make sure my paper is lined up the right way. I have done that. I have put things in books upside down on accident because I turned it the wrong way. So, and the washer is done. Woohoo! And then there it is. Little crooked, but that's all right. That doesn't bother me any. Yep, and just push it down so it sticks really good. And then there is that background. And so for this one here, I actually want to create a tag to put on the front that's going to flip out, okay? And so how am I going to do that? Well, I have some leftover pieces from some shipping labels that I printed out. And so I am going to use a piece of that to create where it flips out. And I'll show you what I mean by that in just a minute. But first, I need a flip out tag. So I think what I'm going to use for the flip out tag is going to be, let me grab it here. It's going to be this beautiful, thankful, grateful pumpkin pie. It goes perfect with this, and I love it so much. And you'll still be able to see most of the background, and then of course when you flip it out. I think it's going to be so lovely. Let me see, this one or this one. I like both of them. This one actually goes really well because it's the trees and the leaves are falling, so it does match the back. Yeah, let's do this one instead. I like this one a lot. A lot. Okay, and so I'm actually going to make a long tag, not super long, but a long tag. And so for this one here, I'm actually going to cut it right in between where these two trees are. Really easy. So this one here is no measuring or anything like that. just simply right in between these two trees. Like this. And then I'm just going to cut off the bottom a little bit. Like so. And then this here will be a flip out like this. So you'll still be able to see the background, but this here will be on there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece. Now these are really sticky, and I'm going to fold it in half. No scoring needed for this, just fold it in half the best you can. Okay, like so. And then just unpeel one side. Do not unpeel both, just one. Like that. And now you have one side that's sticky. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is, let's see, it's going to be on this side. Okay, and so I am going to stick down the one side to the back, and then I'm going to line it up. Okay, so it needs to be on the back. I'm going to do it right in the middle. Let's do it this way. I think this way might work better. Yes. Like that. And then I will take the back off. And so now I have this flap, right? And then now I can line it up where I want it. So I want it to be over here on the edge, but not way over on the edge. So maybe about right there. Okay. And then I'm just going to hold the flap down so it doesn't quite touch yet. Let me stand up so I can see. Okay, let's see. I think that works wonderful. Look at that. And now we have an open flap. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, but that looks a little tacky. What are you going to do to cover it up? Well, me personally, I'm actually just going to leave it like it is, because I'm probably going to put a picture down here and maybe some washi, and so it'll get covered up eventually anyway. But that is a really cool way to put a flip in, and you don't need to add washi to the back to hold it. Isn't that so? That is so super cool. Excuse me. And then this here is free and open, right? So it's amazing. I love it so much. Alrighty, so there's two different styles that you can do, right? And so for this side, I'm going to come back in another video, and we're actually going to be doing some painting and some fall colors, and we're going to create our own background. I'm not sure if I'm going to use acrylics or watercolors yet, but I think I'm going to go with the gouache, and it's so vibrant. Love it so much. And so I think we're going to do something like that. And I'll show you a really, really cool way to get a beautiful background piece that you can just have as is, kind of like this one here. I won't put anything on this. This here reminds me of the sky and the sunset, and therefore I just put a couple of little quotes on there, and it is what it is, right? And so I'm going to do that again here, and I'll see you guys next time. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope you enjoyed this little short video of doing backgrounds and creating little pockets and a little flip out. So I hope you guys continue crafting, and if you are a beginner watching the video, don't give up. Keep going, and if you love it and enjoy it, keep growing. We're all here to support you, so I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.